Hi everybody, it's Elena from Power for Parkinson's, and I am so excited to be back today to bring you a full body circuit. So we have 4 rounds today. Each round has 4 moves. We're focusing on building upper body strength, core strength, lower body strength, and throwing some cardio in there to get our heart rate elevated, get some blood and oxygen moving throughout our body. As always, our exercises are tailored to target symptoms of Parkinson's disease. So this class is a little bit more challenging than our other classes. We're going to be on our feet for most of it, getting up and down off the floor. It's pretty challenging. I want to encourage you to give it a shot, but I also want to encourage you to give yourself some grace if this is not the best workout for you. We have dozens and dozens and dozens of videos that you could try to find the best fit for you today. For this workout, you're going to need water for sure. A ball, if you don't have a ball like I do, a Power for Parkinson's ball, you could use anything light, a balloon, some rolled up socks, a dish towel folded up, just something that you can toss for a few of our moves. And we're also going to be using our water bottle as kind of a visual cue later on as something to step over. So if you don't think your water bottle is a good fit for that, maybe you could grab something like a tissue box or something that would work for you. Feel free to get creative. Look around the house, see what you can find. So, as always, we're going to get started with a warm-up. So go ahead, bring your feet about hip width apart. I like to get started with 2 deep breaths just to really bring my mind into the workout and notice how it's feeling in my body. So here we go, 2 deep breaths to get started. Inhale, reach your arms out and up, grow tall through the spine. Slow exhale to reach out and down. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, reach out, feel a stretch in your side body, and slow exhale to reach out and down. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get our feet moving. Right away, noticing how your opposite arms are moving with your opposite legs. When you're pumping your arms, not just bending and straightening them, but bringing your elbow back behind your core, really pumping your elbows. All right, keep your feet moving. We're gonna do a classic PFP warm-up in the upper body, and I want you to say this with me, finding full range of motion. We go front, back, up, down, out, in, down, up. Nice. Front, back, up, down, out, in, down, up. Feet are moving. Front, back, up, down, out, in, down. Last one. Front, back, up, down, out, in, down, and up. Now march it out. So I hope you joined me in on that vocal pairing. It's just an option. You could take it or leave it. But that's a great way to not only make this exercise more challenging for our cardiovascular system, but also a great opportunity to practice keeping our voices loud and strong. So feel free to join in with me. All right, we're gonna bring our feet a little bit wider. Heels in, toes out. We're gonna sit down low, crossing our arms at the bottom, and then crossing our arms at the top, sitting down into a sumo squat. Crossing our arms at the bottom and the top. Inhaling on your way up, exhaling on your way down. Nice. Feel free to speed it up or slow it down at any point in this workout, really. I'm going to do my best to offer you choices, modifications, different ways to do these exercises, but you know what is best for you. So if you notice any pinching, any pain, anything that's not just that normal discomfort from a tough workout, listen to your body. Maybe that's a sign to pump the brakes, maybe step off a little bit. All right. Twinkle your fingers down, maybe move your hips around. We're gonna bring our feet back underneath our hips. All right, we're gonna open our arms up, palms face the sky, and I'm gonna turn sideways. You can see how I'm pulling my shoulder blades together, arching my back, and then reaching forward, crossing my arms as my palms face down. So kind of a seated cat-cow movement for any of my yogis out there. Starting to flex and extend the spine. Crossing our arms at the center, starting to wake our brain up, opening our chest up. Beautiful. Give me 1 or 2 more. Notice whatever feels good to you. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms out and up. Clasp your hands together at the top. Exhale, lean to the left, look up to the right. Inhale, come up towards the center. And exhale, lean in the other direction, looking up towards the ceiling. Keep that going. Moving at the pace of your breath, stretching out our side body. few more. The next time your hands have reached the ceiling, take an inhale, grow even taller. Exhale, goal post your arms, open up your chest, lean back, use your strong core, and then let it go. All right, I hope you're feeling warm, kind of lengthened out these big muscle groups that we're gonna be working today. I'm gonna show you the first 4 exercises of round 1. This is a great time to get a sip of water, but you don't have to wait for me to invite you to take a sip of water. All right, so every move, like I said, has a cardio move to start, then an upper body, core, and lower body. For round 1, you're gonna need that ball or the rolled up socks, dish towel, whatever you're using. So you have a few options. I'll show you the first one here. I'm gonna hop on my right foot and toss with my left. So this is your first option, to toss a ball in your opposite hand as you're jumping on one foot. The other option is to have both of your feet jumping, a little more support. Maybe you toss the ball from one hand to the other, maybe you just keep it there. Other option, if you want to keep the jump out of it, doing calf raises. So both of these exercises, whether you have the hop or not, great for building calf strength, shin strength, and also great for our ankle mobility, strength, those smaller muscles that are in our feet. Second one is a tricep push-up. So you put the ball to the side, you make your way down to the ground. I'll give you another option if you don't want to go all the way down there. The difference in a tricep push-up and a regular push-up is my elbows stay narrow. Now, I like to keep my knees on the ground for support. If you're feeling a little stronger than me today, you could keep your knees lifted. Ooh, I can't go down very far with that. Now, if you need a little extra support, the other option you have is to have a chair nearby, and you could have your hands on the chair with your feet out long, doing a nice tricep push-up like this. Even more support, you could bring your hands to a wall. Third move is a core move. This is where you bring in that prop. So I'm gonna be using a water bottle, and I'm gonna grab my weights. And this core move is great for really throwing off our balance, adding some instability to fire up those stabilizing muscles around our knee and our ankle. So notice how I have that water bottle outside my foot. I'm balancing on one foot as I lift the other one up and over, externally rotating my hip. We'll do 30 seconds on one side. We'll step around and we'll bring it here. If it's a little much to have the weights lifted, you could always have your weights at your shoulders, down low, or no weights at all. Lower body movement here, one of my favorites. You get that out of the way, no tripping hazards. Here, we're gonna do an elevator squat. So really breaking it down as if we're dropping down 3 stories and then coming up with a purpose. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, pressing up. 1, 2, 3, pressing up. If you wanted to spice it up even more, you could add a shoulder press at the top. All right, that's round 1. We're gonna do each one of those moves oh my gosh, imagine 4 minutes. We're doing each one of those moves 1 minute, 4 minutes total, and then you get a rest, and I'll show you round 2. All right, so here we go. Remember that cardio move, you need your ball or other prop. We're gonna do 1 minute, getting our heart rate up, losing our breath. We're starting off with the toughie on purpose, so stay with me. All right, y'all, engage your core, relax your shoulders, put that ball in one hand, and we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, 1 minute on the clock. Remember, you have the option to hop on one foot with the ball in your opposite hand, or you could have both of your feet on the ground at the same time. Now, this is great for coordination, using opposite sides of the body in unison. Obviously, this is great for balance, because like I said, working on those stabilizing muscles in our ankles and our knee. Whew. And all cardio is good for everybody. But like I said, raising our heart rate. All right, my friends, keep moving. And if you lose that ball, if you drop it, that doesn't matter. Maybe you chase after it, or maybe you just focus on the hop. All right, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Getting into that upper body movement. Ditch the weight. Come on down to the ground or to the chair. 1 minute of that tricep push-up. Here we go. Elbows stay narrow. Spine stays long. Neck stays long. Whew, I'm already feeling it, y'all. This tricep push-up is great, really isolating these muscles, tricep muscles. They're the muscles that help us when we press up off the arm of a couch or if we find ourselves on the floor. An important upper body muscle to keep strong to help us get up and down. Whew. You keep moving, and if like me, you notice you really need to rest right away, you take that rest. Finding that edge of discomfort where you're getting stronger but still staying safe. We got 15 seconds. Keep your elbows in narrow. Keep your chin up, neck long. I am struggling. Oh my goodness, we're okay, we got this. 3, 2, 1. Good grief. All right, hop up on your feet. My goodness, y'all. All right, hop up on your feet for this core move. Bring your water bottle down to the ground. Remember, your hands could be here, here, or for a real challenge, they could be up. 30 seconds, starting with this left leg stepping up and over. Here we go. Whew. So really keeping the foot that is grounded as stable as you can by rooting your big toe, your pinky toe down. Anytime we do something on one leg or one side of the body, really helps us build even more balance by, like I said, adding instability, forcing our stabilizing muscles to fire up. All right, go ahead, switch sides. Other leg. Noticing if you can externally rotate that hip as you lift it, not just tapping your toe on the other side of that water bottle, but opening your hip up out to the side. If you notice, if you notice pain in the back of your neck, that's a good sign to back off. Maybe bring your weights down to your shoulders. All right, 3, 2, 1. We're really rolling with it today. If you mess up, that is okay. All right, one more move of this lower body exercise. Grab your dumbbells. We've got that elevator squat. 3 counts down, and then you come up with a purpose. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up. Nice. All right, in this squat, I want to turn sideways so you can see how my hips go back before they go down. I keep my chest lifted. I keep my heels really heavy, grounded into the ground. Pressing down my big toe, my pinky toe. If you don't like your weights here, you could also have them low by your side, or you could ditch the weights altogether. Nice job, keep breathing. Still using your strong ab muscles here. Whoo. All right, friends, stick with this for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, up. Here we go. Last 3, 2, 1. Whoo. All right, that is round 1. You did amazing. Go ahead, take a big sip of water for me. Towel off. I wish I had a sweat towel. Golly. All right, round 2. I'm going to explain this as quick as I can, but long enough for you to catch your breath, drink some water, bring your heart rate a little bit lower, but not all the way back down to baseline. Cardio for this next round, we're going to do some seal jacks. So I'm going to do a step because I'm doing my best to keep talking to y'all, but notice how my arms go forward and then out. I'm trying to keep them straight, finding full range of motion. If you really want to get spicy, maybe you do a hop. Like I said, I'm gonna do the step jack because that's what's best for me today. You do what's best for you today. The second movement is that upper body movement. We grab our weights. We start here. Elbows are at 90 degrees, palms are up, shoulders are up, back, and down. We serve the platter, so you extend your arms out, bring them back in, and then we'll do a rotator cuff rotation. So your elbows come out. I feel my shoulder blades wrap behind my heart. We come back in. That's the move. Serve the platter, and then a rotator cuff extension. Our core move, we come on down to the ground. I'm excited for this one. We come on down to the ground. This is a Pilates-inspired ab movement. You're gonna bring your legs out into a V, sitting up tall, catching your breath. Your hands start up here, and then we're gonna bring opposite hand outside opposite foot. So this is my left hand on the outside of my right foot. My back palm has rotated in, so both of my palms are facing the midline. I come back up, and then exhale to the other direction. This time my left hand is outside my right foot. Come up, and then lean forward, keeping my spine long. This is great coordination using both sides of our brain at the same time. We'll hop up on our feet for the last move of round 2. Really excited about this one. You grab your weights. Again, they could be here, they could be here. I like them here. Feet hip width apart. Curtsy lunge. I'm bending my back knee. I'm not focusing on bending my front knee, but when I focus on bending my back knee, the front knee follows. Then I hop over to a back lunge. Then I hop up to a knee drive and switch. That's right. We go curtsy, back lunge, knee drive, and lift. Another option is to ditch the knee drive, so to just go from a curtsy lunge to a back lunge and then up, or to add this step between the knee drive. Okay, and then we're done with round 2. So we can do that. I feel really good about it. Take a sip of water, ditch the weights if you still have them. Here we go. With those fun seal jacks to jumping jacks, you could step, you could hop, it's up to you. 1 minute in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Okay, so like I said, that rest, I mean, everybody's different, of course, but trying to time that rest to give you time to catch your breath, drink some water, bring your heart rate down, but I do not want you to feel fully recovered. So if you're not quite ready to get started yet, that's good. If you could use more of a rest, but you're still getting back into it with me, that's awesome. That's the way we push our cardiovascular threshold even farther, building muscle strength, building endurance, hopefully having a little fun while we do it. All right, see if you can speed this up at all. We've got 15 seconds. Speeding it up, combating that bradykinesia or slowness you might be experiencing. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Go ahead, grab those weights. Upper body move. Serve the platter, and then a rotator cuff extension. Connect to your core. Shoulder blades go up, back, and down. Palms up. 3, 2, 1. Serve the platter out, then come all the way back in. Finding this movement just in the shoulders, then we come out. So extend the elbows, but this time now your elbows stay locked in and your shoulders rotate back. I'm gonna turn sideways to give you another angle. Check in with your core engagement. Can you pull your belly button in and up towards your spine? During this rotator cuff move, keep your elbows tucked in close to your side body, halfway. Keeping it slow and controlled. Maybe adding a little more speed than me if that works for you. Nice job, y'all. Keeping your neck soft. All right, in 10 seconds, we lose the weights. We go down to the ground. Nice, stick with it till the very end. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, ditch the weights. Head on down to the ground. Remember, we're doing that Pilates-inspired V6. So your legs come out at an angle. Your arms come up. Notice my long spine, so I'm not here, I'm here. Take an inhale and exhale. Let's get to work. 1 minute. The reason this is a core exercise and not just letting momentum do all the work, the key there is control. So I want you to avoid going quick enough where it's just momentum. I want you to keep your spine long. That's a real key here. So keeping your core engaged enough that your spine and your neck stay long. You might not reach all the way to that opposite foot. Maybe it's closer to the knee or ankle, but also getting a stretch in the back of our legs. Ooh, I hope you're breathing. All right. By my calculations, we've got 15 seconds. Keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Hop up onto your feet for me. Here we go. Last move of round 2. It's that combo, curtsy lunge to a reverse lunge to a knee drive. You got this, y'all. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Keep breathing. Keep using your core to keep you balanced. Whew. So with this curtsy lunge, when we're crossing the midline here, we're activating both sides of our brain in unison. Great for everybody's brain health. With these lunges, we are building quad, glute, hamstring strength. With this knee drive, if you've got that included, building such deep core strength in your transverse abdominis. All right, halfway. Keep going, y'all. Whew. Feeling free to speed it up, slow it down a little bit if that works better for you. You're doing amazing. Try and keep your chest lifted, your gaze lifted. You've got to rest in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Ditch the weights, grab a sip of water. All right, while you catch your breath, bring that heart rate down just a little bit, I will show you all the moves in round 3. So for cardio, feet are a little bit wider than hip width. We sink down, bent knees. Hands could be here or here. We're doing football runs. Not just football runs. I'm going to tell you to move forward, up, to the left, to the right, really working on changing direction, keeping our feet quick, combating that bradykinesia. And if you don't have enough room to move right, left, as I'm telling you, maybe you just kind of move in a fun pattern. But noticing how it feels to move around the room while you stay low with quick feet. The second upper body exercise, we'll grab our dumbbells and we'll do a bicep curl. But for the first 30 seconds, I want us to start from the halfway point, so 90 degrees, and we're just gonna go up and then back to that halfway point. For the second 30 seconds, we'll start at this halfway point and we'll go down, back up to the halfway point. So really working on isolation and control. For our next core exercise, we will ditch the weights. We'll come down. This is one of my favorite moves of the exercise. We'll start in plank pose, and then you lift your hips up and back. This is a downward dog. You're melting your chest towards your thighs as you reach your hand towards the opposite knee. Coming back to a plank, then I lift my hips up and back as I reach my hand to the opposite. It could be knee, ankle, shin, wherever it is that you reach. Now, if coming from a down dog to a plank is too much, maybe you keep the down dog and you just work on reaching towards the opposite ankle. Or maybe you're here today and you're just focusing on strengthening this plank, working your way up towards this really spicy compound movement. The last move in round 3 is a lower body move. We're gonna stand up, super excited about round 3. This is called a single leg touch. Also, it's kind of like a one-legged RDL, if you're familiar with that. So I'll give you some options. This one, I have my foot lifted. I have my hands out for balance, and I'm gonna reach my leg back as I come down and reaching my hand towards the ground. Kicking that foot back. This is really challenging. If you're like, that's not for me today, instead of your leg being lifted, you would give yourself a kickstand. So my toes behind me, still really challenging, still isolating this right leg, really building a lot of strength there, and still challenging my balance by adding that instability. Maybe it's lifted, maybe it's a kickstand. Either way, it's a great exercise. Take one more sip of water. Here come those football runs. 1 minute on the clock. Sit down low. 3, 2, 1. All right. At this point, you are past the halfway point of your workout. We've got 2 rounds behind us, 2 rounds to go. I'm feeling hot. I'm feeling sweaty, out of breath. I hope you are too. So I want to encourage you, like I said earlier, to really lean into that. Maybe going a little past that edge where you want to stop, maybe going a little bit farther. Whew. All right, here we go. We're gonna start moving around. Forward and back, forward and back, staying on your toes. Keep your feet lifted. Now move to the left, to the right, back, to the left, forward, to the right, back to the center. You got 10 seconds, go as fast as you can. Ooh, your glutes should be burning. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Okay, let's stick with it. Let's stick with it. Bicep curl. Shoulders roll up, back, and down. Palms in, we come to 90 degrees. Here we go. Up, back down to halfway. Up, back down to halfway. Using your core and a soft bend in your knees for stability. Woo. Catch your breath here. All right, in 10 seconds, we're gonna go from the halfway point down low. Fully extending our arms in 3, 2, 1. From the halfway point down low, and then back up halfway. This is my favorite. Whew, okay, my friends. Notice if you can slow down that bicep curl anymore. Nice job. You've got 15 seconds until we find that spicy core movement on the ground. All right, count with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. You ditch the weights. We're still moving, y'all. We got this. Come on down to the ground. Remember, you can either hold your plank, build strength here, or you can join me. Let's get to work. Reaching to the opposite leg. We've got 1 minute. Your plank should stop when your shoulders are over your wrist and your hips are in line with your shoulders. So just like I mentioned before, crossing the midline here and using opposite sides of the body, great for everyone's brain and coordination, but especially great if you might have Parkinson's. All right, we're doing great. We've got 30 seconds here. Remember, if you start to feel a little unsafe, you could stay in downward dog and just focus on reaching to that opposite leg, crossing the midline, adding the instability of one hand to really strengthen our shoulders. Nice job, y'all. 10 seconds here. Let's finish strong. You've got it. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Oh my goodness, we're doing great. All right, step onto your feet. We don't need the weights. Remember, we're doing that single leg touch. Let's start with our left foot grounded. Right foot is either lifted or on a kickstand. I'll show you the kickstand. All right, we got this. 3, 2, 1. So 30 seconds with this left leg grounded. Showing you what it looks like with the kickstand first. And now I'll show you what it looks like with one leg out straight. Woo. Maybe finding your foot on the ground for stability halfway. Finding what works for you in the upper body to counteract your balance. All right, keep breathing. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. Now you plant your right foot. Here we go. Building some strength in our hamstring and our quads. Keeping our posterior chain, the back of our body, nice and strong. 10 seconds, you're doing amazing. Keep breathing, you got that rest coming in hot. Count with me, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, relax, shake it out. You are doing incredible. Take a big sip of water, maybe wipe off some sweat. We have one more round. Awesome, awesome work. Round 4. I'll show you these moves. Starting off with cardio, this is a jazzercise inspired move. I'm gonna do it with that ball just because it was kind of fun. You might use the ball or you might not at all. Okay, so what we're gonna do is cross with this arm as, so I have this ball in my left hand, left arm crosses my body, left foot reaches out, then I'm gonna come back and switch. So this is what it looks like with a kind of a jump to it, but you could keep it lower impact with the step. Notice my soft knees, noticing I'm getting low, I'm finding full range of motion, I'm already out of breath just doing it for a second. That's our cardio move. Our next move, well, all 3 of our next moves are down on the ground. That's right, the last 3 minutes of this exercise are on your tush, which is amazing. You bring your weights with you and you come all the way onto your back with your feet planted firmly. You're gonna press up and then slowly lower it down. You always have the option to do this one arm at the time. I'm getting really tired. You always have the option to do it one arm at a time if that's better for you. I'm gonna challenge myself to do both arms together for this chest press. Our third move is also on the ground. So you get rid of these weights. These are called dead bugs because it kind of looks like a bug that you squash that's just waiting to die on its back. You're gonna extend your left leg and your right arm and then come up to the center. So again, a theme of this exercise has been using opposite sides of the body in coordination with each other. That might be a lot for you though at this point of the exercise. So if you want to take it a little back, a little more supported, you could put your feet under your tush and you could just do the lower body, or you could do my favorite variation of tapping your toes down on the ground. All right, our last exercise is a lower body exercise, and we start here, pressing your palms into the earth. You press into your heels and you come up into a hip bridge. Now you hold it here, and for 1 minute, we're gonna march. We're gonna lift one leg and then the other. So marching our knees up. If that's a bit much for you, then you could focus on a good old-fashioned hip bridge, strengthening, and like I said earlier, maybe working up towards this fancier, spicier version. Okay, I'm tempted to just lay here instead of getting back up on my feet, but we can do it. We've got 4 minutes of work until that cool down, so move your weights out of the way. Maybe you have a ball for this fun step. Maybe you don't use a ball, your choice. All right, y'all, take a big deep breath in. Exhale any negativity, doubt, anything that has crept into your mind that's telling you that you're not about to crush this last round, because you are. 1 minute in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I love this song. Now remember, you have the option to keep it super low impact with a step, or you could spice it up with a little more of a hop. Either way, I want you to fully extend that arm as you cross reach, finding full range of motion. Nice job. I hope you're as out of breath as I am. We got 30 seconds. Awesome work. Stick with it. Remember, this is the last round. So if you're gonna finish strong, you're gonna need to start doing that now. You can see the finish line. This is where you start finishing strong. Keep this moving, 10 seconds. Even if you slow it down, just keep it moving. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Heck yeah. All right, we're going down to the ground for the next 3. Bring your weights with you. We're doing a chest press. So feet are on the ground, elbows out at 90 degrees. 3, 2, 1. Pressing your arms up and then lowering back down to 90. If you notice any pain in your lower back, experiment with how close or far your feet are. See if you can lengthen your tailbone, really pressing your lower back into the earth. Keep breathing. Awesome work, y'all. One arm at a time is always an option. You are halfway through. Maybe catching your breath a little bit from that hard cardio push. Ooh, keeping this nice and controlled. Don't be afraid to grab something. If you've been using the same weights for a few months, probably built up enough strength to get something heavier. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lose those weights, put them to the side. Remember, I'll show you your 2 options. You could do dead bugs, still focusing on the contralateral movements, the coordination of opposite sides, or you could focus on toe taps, 1 toe at a time, tapping down. All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Remember, we are finishing strong. Finishing strong means keeping your core engaged to the very end, pushing yourself to move either a little bit quicker or a little bit more controlled than you otherwise want to. Maybe for you, it just means sticking with it till the very end and not finishing or not closing off the video until you finish it. Whatever finishing strong means to you, we are doing it now. Just like before, if your lower back is hurting, glue your belly button to your spine, lengthen your tailbone. You're doing amazing. You have 10 seconds. Keep breathing, y'all. We've got one more push after this. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Remember, you have the option to do a hip bridge or to join me in holding the hip bridge and marching 1 foot up at a time. Let's get to work. Whatever you want to do, let's do it in 3, 2, 1. All right, if you're joining me on the march, the key to this is to keep your hips level. That's the goal here. So I like to imagine a tray on my hips with my favorite snack. Right now, it would be a Diet Coke and a ham sandwich. And I'm trying not to spill my Diet Coke over to the left or to the right. Keeping both hip points lifted. Keeping your cheeks really tightly clenched. Pressing your heels into the earth. My chest is chasing my chin. My chin is chasing the sky. So lifting everything up. You're doing so amazing. You got 20 seconds. Still keeping that core engaged. Amazing work. Stick with it till the very end. Don't quit on me now. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, go ahead, lower your hips down right away. Let your knees fall into each other. All right, slowly start to make your way up to your feet. I like to kind of rock along the length of my spine, come up to my tush, and then roll over onto hands and knees, and I get up this way. All right, y'all, stick with me. We just got a few minutes together. Take a big sip of water. Awesome work. If you've got anything in your way, please move it. We're gonna spend 2 minutes cooling down. If you have more time after this video ends, I would encourage you to do even more stretching. Just like we started our warm up. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, reach out and down. Again, just like that. Inhale, reach out and up, grow tall through the side body. Exhale, reach out and down. If you're like me, you're probably still out of breath. That's okay. Reach your left arm around across your chest, hook it in, maybe circle your wrist out, maybe look over your shoulder, but definitely melt this shoulder away from your ear. You could shake your head yes or no, and then slowly unwind. This time we'll bring it to the opposite side. Shaking yes or no, maybe wiggling your fingers. Now you might have noticed the theme of today's workout was adding instability. So doing things one leg or one arm at a time, now release. And also using contralateral movement, so coordinating opposite sides of the body at once. So if you feel like you have steam coming out of your ears, you might, because we did a really great physical and cognitive workout today. Go ahead, step 1 foot forward, flex your foot for me. Here comes a hip hinge. So your spine stays long, but your hips hinge backwards. Stretching out your hamstring, keeping your neck and your spine long. And then gently, maybe windshield wipe that ankle. One direction and then the other. And gently stand up. With that same foot, we're coming into a quad stretch. So you might reach around and grab your foot. You might come to a wall for some support. You could also grab onto the fabric of your pants or any part of your leg that you reach. When you get there though, pull your hips underneath your shoulders. Pull your knees together. Ooh, stretching out that big quad muscle that we worked hard in our squats. In that last hip bridge, we got some great hamstring work in. That single leg touch was really challenging. So stretching out our big thigh muscles here. Go ahead and release. We'll do the other side. That foot steps forward, you flex, and then pull, pull, pull your hips back. Maybe gently rotate your ankle from side to side and stand up tall. Here we go, quad stretch on the other side. Now, I won't lie, when I was first making this workout, I was wondering if we should do 2 rounds of it. So meaning this would be the halfway point. I'm glad that today we did not make that decision, but I do want to let you know, for this video or any video, if you love it, but you feel like you could use a little more, you could always do another round, or maybe you could go back and do kind of your favorite set. If you really liked set 2 or set 3, you could always add on a few extra minutes if you're not quite where you want to be. All right, release it down. Heels in, toes out. We're gonna do that same sumo squat that we started out with to end with. So scoop down low, crossing your arms at the bottom and at the top. Exhale, release down. Press into your pinky toes at the bottom and rise up, finding straight arms and legs. Give me one more. Nice and deep sumo squat, stretching out your hips, and then inhale, taking up a lot of space. Your next exhale, clap your hands together and keep them clapping. Give yourselves a round of applause. I am so proud of you, and I'm so happy that I got to come back for this fun video. My name's Elena, this is Power for Parkinson's, and you're awesome. Thank you for coming. Hydrate, drink some water, and come back and see us soon. Bye, y'all.